Ceann Comhairle. And first of all, I'd want to warmly welcome the ambassador here this evening, Miss Larissa Gerasco. And I want to thank her very, very much for the great work that you have been doing tirelessly on behalf of the Ukrainian people, and for highlighting to all of us at all times, at every forum, you have worked diligently, and the people with you in very difficult circumstances, because you are looking every day at people that have seen their lives torn apart, their families being killed, children being separated, being taken to Russia, and awful, horrendous things that should not happen in the modern world. It should not be allowed to happen in a world where we'd like to consider ourselves being civilized. We've seen what politics can do here in Ireland in the way that good politicians, good religious people all came together and they worked tirelessly to bring us peace in the island of Ireland. And to think that you have to witness happening at home on a daily basis, the horrors of war and of invasion, it's very difficult personally and yourself. So I really want to thank you for the work that you are doing and keeping that going, considering all of the other pressures that are in your mind. So I want to really thank you for that and to wish you well. It really came home to myself recently, Ceann Comhairle, when a man that I'm friendly with produced his phone and he showed me a picture of a house that was a heap of rubble. And he said to me, his English is good now, he's after working diligently to get good with English, and he said, that was my home. And that man said to me that when he had to leave the Ukraine, himself and his wife, they were the exact same as anyone that's inside in this chamber. They had a house, they had work, they had their little bits of belongings, they had a car, they had a pet. And I heard people condemning pets, and of course I heard what was said about the money, but I just want to humanize this. They left their house and they literally took what they could in a couple of bags. And they left everything behind them. They locked up their house, he explained it to me. They locked their, what we'll call valuables in rooms, and they locked the doors as good as they could, and they left everything after them. All of what they had worked for and what they had accrued during their lifetime, they left it there. And somebody sent him a picture, this would be a couple of weeks ago now, Ceann Comhairle, and they sent him a picture of his home. And a missile or a bomb or something had hit their house, and his house was a heap of rubble. And that poor man, there was tears in his eyes when he was telling me, that's what I have in the Ukraine. And we can't ever forget that. We can't ever forget that's the human side of what is happening. And people being displaced by the horrors and the evilness of literally one person who took it upon himself to invade the Ukraine and to bring this horror and terror upon people that were literally going about their daily lives, living life to the best of their ability. It's horrendous and it's horrible. With the military situation in the Ukraine now in a stalemate, there is predictably new pressures for peace talks. Reports of secret talks between the US and Russian officials have surfaced. And public peace initiatives by China, the Vatican, Brazil, Mexico and others have been launched. Many leaders are strongly advocating for an immediate ceasefire. These initiatives seem to be based on a sense that the war is going nowhere, but that were it to escalate, it could easily grow into a full nuclear confrontation. When Russia's foreign minister stated that the Ukraine conflict is not much about Ukraine as about legal world order, he accurately identified the main obstacle to peace restoration: the lack of agreement between the great powers on a legitimate world order. This statement underscores the need for a collective global effort to resolve not just the conflict in the Ukraine, but the broader issues plaguing our world order.
Thank you, Deputy.
Oh, sorry, is my time up? Thank you.